They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for James Conner. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Right back to Conner here on 1st. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On the counter, it's Conner. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check hot man, 80. Kill. 49, check 49. He's coming. We got double up. Check 99. Mike's 50,
To throw is Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Bell. And Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 47 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Check. Lucky.
They start the drive with Cotter. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The 26-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Ben going to give this one to Cotter. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Bring it back. 230.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Time. My God, 55. 180. That's track. Check. 180. Mike 55. Mike 55.
A first down throw, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit. Slam.
Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check 9. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Bell. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Kill. Switch. Check 13.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We got heavy. Everybody scoot up. Heavy, lady.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Big get. Protein spill. It's a safety creep. Shift. Watch the shift. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Switch. Kill. 36. Lady. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check it out.
They'll go for it with Bell. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to launch it for Washington into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
We want it. Come to my world. Shit. Man, 80. Check the backer. Check. Man, 80. Hey, orbit. 50's the mic. Watch the curl. Man, 80.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Bell. And an alley to run. He's got 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Roethlisberger to throw. To Connor on the check down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack.
Check 50, check 50. Switch. Check 4. The lady. Check out read.
On third down, here's Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
No. Ready? Mike 5-5, Mike 55. Bravo. I got you, boy.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Again, it's Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with his second touchdown of the night as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Again, it's Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
61, match, box, light.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now, lady. Check right. Watching you five. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he finds his man Griffin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're outside. Check. No, lady. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the eye. Showing it. Check 3. Deuce. No, lady. Kill.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go again with Bell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 43.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Fitzpatrick proving his worth as the 11th overall pick of 2018. And you remember, traded to the Steelers back on September 16th, part of that fire sale down in Miami. They gave up a lot for him, among other things, a first-round pick next spring. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. This is Connor pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, look, man, lady. Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check safety, check safety. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll look to throw. And Demaryius Thomas, what a catch there. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
SOS.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Darnold now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Now Darnold. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
All day, every day.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set? Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. Keep giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?